The Calgary Police Service Drug Unit has charged 2 individuals in relation to a drug operation which concluded on Wednesday, October 15th, 2014. The month-long investigation, which began as a result of a tip, led to a search of a rental car in a residence located in the 100 block of 13th Avenue Southwest. The search resulted in the seizure of cocaine, marijuana, GHB, ecstasy, LSD, MDMA, hash, a Mack 10 pistol, including the magazine, a Jerico handgun, and 34 rounds of ammunition that went with that, and a Glock 30-45 caliber handgun with 12 rounds of ammunition. More than $35,000 worth of cash was seized and a cash counter. Eric Feuerhelm, 32 of Calgary, is charged with 20 drug and weapons related charges. He will appear in court on November the 14th. And his sister Linda Feuerhelm, 35 of Calgary, is also charged with 1 count of possession for the purpose of trafficking, and she will also appear in court on November the 14th.
Is it a huge seizure considering it's a 2-person operation?
The quantities are quite large. And the variety is kind of unusual to have that variety and that quantity of drugs available in one location.
How about the weaponry itself? That's got to be a major concern.
It's a very big concern. We're always concerned when we see firearms in any situation, but this is clearly an organized crime group, and to have those firearms and especially that level of firepower, it's a concern.
So the investigation's ongoing.
I'm sorry?
Are you going to track them?
Yes. Yeah, we're definitely investigating that aspect. We want to find out what the background of those firearms are and how they were acquired.
So the investigation must be ongoing to see if there's other things.
Yes.
So there's quite a variety of drugs here. It's kind of like your one-stop shopping. But can you explain some of the things here, like this stuff in the water bottles? Is that stuff they're concerned about with the e-cigarettes? Is that what that is? Or
I believe that's GHB. Yeah. So that's a form of GHB and a form of party drug. Yeah.
so what do you do with that? Like, they drink that? Drink it or?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can consume it in different forms, and it can be synthesized in different ways as well.
For example.
It can it could be made into a powder form or tablet form as well. Yeah.
Any other questions? Oh, were they known to police before?
I have no information as far as their background is concerned. I'm sure that information could be acquired through the courts.
Are police looking at other individuals in connection with the operation?
There are aspects of this investigation that are ongoing. You bet.
So these type of drugs, though, like some of them are they targeted for younger people kind of thing? Is that the type of people who uses this stuff?
Well, they're party drugs, so they're drugs that are used in rave situations or in parties and social situations. Generally, it's a younger generation that's involved in it, but certainly doesn't exclude older people from taking part as well.
Is it fair to say they almost specialize in party drugs? I mean, you talk about the mix and how unusual it is. They're all kind of that scene.
It's like a party drug pharmacy. Yeah, it's from the marijuana on up to the LSD for sure.
You don't usually see something like that. Usually, it's kind of a focus on one type of drug.
It's generally, yeah, when the warrants are executed and the investigations are conducted, they're finding 1 or 2 different types of drugs in a situation, but these are large quantities in various and sundry forms.
Go ahead.
So is the investigation determined, where they were selling this? Were they going to places where these kind of drugs would be?
I don't have information as far as how they were selling the drugs. By the quantities, it would indicate to me that they were higher level traffickers, not necessarily involved in the hand-to-hand trafficking at a rave level.
What's the point of the organized crime aspect of this investigation? What tipped you off to that?
It was a tip, and that's as far as I'll go with that.
Does it concern you to see these type of drugs being available for people and young people?
Absolutely, it is. It's a very, very much a concern because like in any situation where you're dealing with a drug trafficker, you have no idea what it is that you're actually consuming or that you're buying from this individual, and you're basically trusting your life. You're putting your life in the hands of that drug trafficker and putting faith in the words that he's telling you that stuff is what it is that he's holding out. You have no idea necessarily what is in there with that drug.
It's not like there's standards for it like everything else.
Absolutely correct.
Were the 2 individuals arrested at
The two individuals were arrested as a result of the investigation. I can't say for sure if they were in the residence at the time they were taken into custody.
Was it an apartment, residence? How
I believe it was an apartment. Yeah.
How about the tip itself? Phone call, Crime Stoppers, what are you looking at here?
It was a tip.